Welcome to Primos for Life, the wrestling podcast made for the fans, by the fans. Como siempre, yo soy Eddie, el niño vaque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian dream bisueta, and we are your self-proclaimed, undisputed co-host tag team champions of the world. And in tonight's episode, we're setting the tone on this special Christmas Eve edition of Primos for Life. We break down the biggest moments from last week's Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and this week's Monday Night Raw on Netflix. We talk about what hit, what missed, and what matters going forward. So, como siempre, sit back, grab a stack, and let's get it on! Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad, pam, 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 pam. Feliz Navidad, pam, 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 pam. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y feliz. And this is where it really goes down. I wanna wish you.
You want to get all Jose Feliciano about it? Absolutely, yeah. I was screaming, I wanna wish you. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Memories. What's going on, bro?
Yeah. Shit, man. Shit. Same old, man. Just excited to be back here, talk a little wrestling with you, go over some of the lower points and some of the finer points of the past two Raws and a SmackDown. So, but I'm good. Everything else is good. Getting ready for the holidays. You know, had to get the house clean, company coming over and everything. So we're in the process of doing that. Of course, my wife is like queen setup. So she's making like 12 different dishes and the table's already set with napkin rings and da. So
I like it.
Excited, man. Excited. Can't wait to see the family and do it all. And, you know, just have fun.
Yeah, make sure you put pictures in the Primos chat. That way people can see it. Like, oh, look at that. That looks fancy.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. We'll do. How about you, man? You good?
Good. As you can see, I am not where we normally record. I am actually at my folks. I'm actually in the pool house or the guest house. I don't know what they call it, but
the guest house. Yeah, the one attached to the I know exactly where you are.
Yeah, so it's nice and quiet in here while everybody's watching something in the other room. But
they'll figure it out.
It's all good. But to your point, let's talk about how terrible last week's Monday Night Raw and SmackDown was, but how great this week's Monday Night Raw was, right? Or am I the only one that's like really feeling that?
Great might be a little strong.
No, it was good. I enjoyed it.
It was solid. No, I didn't enjoy it. That's what I'm saying. Great just might be a little strong.
Yeah.
Poquito.
Poquito.
But we'll get into it. And then maybe by the end of the conversation, I'll change my mind. You never know.
There we go. Maybe we should get a little poquito coquito. Hey. All right. Well, enough Christmas talk. Let's jump in and talk about this wrestling. Here are my fine points of last week's Monday Night Raw. I also did some for SmackDown. I wrote bueno, no bueno, and then we could really talk about this week's Monday Night Raw. But let's jump right in. Okay. The bueno points of last week's Raw, right?
Yep.
Everybody hates Gunther. Yes, I love it.
It's a lot of heat. He's getting a lot of heat, which is what you want. I mean, they did what they were supposed to do. They used him perfectly, and he plays this angle beautifully.
So good.
So it just works out. And he was the one to beat Cena. It was the perfect choice.
Yeah.
It had to be. But we both knew that when they started the tournament. But it was great. Like I said, a lot of heat, which just means, as everybody will tell you that we've spoken to, every wrestler that we've spoken to will tell you, silence is the worst thing. Whether it's good or bad, as long as you're getting something, that's what matters. And he is getting it tenfold.
Bro. What I love about it, though, is like, you know, all the wrestlers, right? All the talent, they're like giving Gunther like the dirty looks, and they're just like, well, you did it. You're happy now? You feel better about yourself?
Yeah.
But here's what I love about Gunther, right? Because he did it this week and last week as well. The whole, you can't see me, and then he goes, like an old man. He's like, you know, like, it's funny. Yeah, right. I love it. I'm like, yes, Gunther, yes.
He's playing the heel perfectly, man. This is what he was built for. This is his ideal situation. So
exactly,
nailing it on all the courts.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but I love that. The next fine point that I wrote, the bueno, is Maxine's great match against Ivy Nile. Really good. Really good title defense for the first one. She came in looking strong. I think what I liked about it is like you do see a different Maxine. You don't see like the girl who's afraid to like lock up or this or that. You see a more vicious, more, you know, natty trained student. You know what I mean? Like I like it. I like what they're doing with this.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to build her differently. You can't have her be
Yeah.
the same person and still have the believability of beating Becky Lynch. Was it like 3 times or whatever? Like,
Right.
so yeah, you had to do it. The training sequences were great because it makes her believable now in this role.
Right.
And she's playing it off pretty well. Some of the, like this week on Raw, the interview was, or her segment was, but she's doing the damn thing. And it's nice to see them give someone else a chance.
Right.
But I mean, this is also, kudos to them for stacking the tag division the way they have, because it gives an opportunity for someone like Maxine, who hasn't gotten a lot of,
Right.
solo ring time because she's always been the valet or, just kind of fighting along, to now be a more prominent person.
Yeah, agreed, man. Good point. I didn't even think about that, but you're right. You shifted talent to give room for others. I like that. Good call out. Good call out.
Yeah, yeah.
The other thing that I liked from the last week's episode of Raw was, as always, great CM Punk promo. I mean, the guy is gold on the mic.
Yep.
You felt, the anger and, the real heat, or not real heat, but it felt like real heat between him and Braun Breaker. So definitely like the buildup and definitely like where this is going. And I'm excited to see where this goes. And I'm actually going to point something out in the next, when we get into the next episode of Raw,
Mhm.
something that I think may happen going into Royal Rumble season and possibly Mania season, right? So, but we'll get into that later. But I'm excited.
Spoiler,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I mean, it's CM Punk, like you said. He's just awesome on the mic. Any chance he has to just go out there and unload for a few minutes, people love him. So
Yeah.
it's just gonna work. It's just really, really gonna work. Once again, kudos to them for doing the right thing. When Rollins went out, it had to be Punk.
Right.
So I think perfect placement, and he's doing great. He's carrying it well.
See. Agreed. And then obviously the cherry on top of the episode of last week, right? Which again, it's saying a lot, was the Austin Theory reveal. At the end, we see it's him, even though we all knew it was him. It's nice to
Right.
see a confirmation. Actually, for a split second, I mean, it wouldn't make sense because obviously he's a part of a different group. But for a split second, when we saw the eyes, I was like, is that JD McDonough in there? But no, it was Austin Theory. So for like a
Yeah.
second, I got excited. I was like, wait, what's happening? But
Right.
no, but I'm still excited. But
Yeah,
I was
well,
like,
I mean, this is chance to bring Theory back. The internet was all over this one.
yeah,
So it's funny because my buddy Steve at the job, like 3 weeks ago, he was like, when he first appeared, he was like, "Don't say Austin Theory. Who do you think the man in the mask is?" Because everyone just knew it was going to be Theory.
right.
He looked like Justin Timberlake for a second there, and then it was like, "Oh shit!" But no, it was
Man of the Woods? What?
yeah. No, it was good. It was fine. I mean, you have to do something with him because they did see promise in him. At least Vince did. I mean, that's
Yeah.
why he gave him Money in the Bank, gave him the push, and then he made some. I think he got a little arrogant.
Mm.
Got hurt. Not a lot of good promos because Roman Reigns ripped him, Cena ripped him. Like, your daddy's not here anymore, and you were the chosen one. Blah blah. So yeah, this is a good chance to do it, and putting him with the Vision, or more so Paul Heyman,
Yeah,
I think is only beneficial,
right.
because the one thing Heyman does is work talent and get the best out of them and give them the proper, pushes and stuff. So
Yeah, man.
so,
Agreed.
Theory. I'm not a big Austin Theory guy, but let's see how this goes.
Yeah. Agreed, man. Wow. I'm excited because I have so many things I want to say about this, but we'll save it for the later part of the show. All right.
Right.
The no bueno part of this Monday Night Raw, I
Mhm.
literally wrote the rest of the episode. I was like, I did not care. These were the 4 points that were important to me. Everything else was like snoozeville. I was falling asleep. No bueno. No thank you. You have anything to add before we move into SmackDown?
Yeah, no, I just the episode of Raw. I remember at one point just looking down at the timer because the first match was like New Day versus Dragon Styles,
Mm-hmm.
and they went for like 30 something minutes. I was like, this is still happening? Like, what? So yeah, the rest of the episode was it was all right. So let's just fast forward to the next one.
Exactly. Okay, jumping into SmackDown on my buenos list. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
The Bougie Bullies. I am hooked. I am a fan. I'm like, and you know me, I'm not a Nia Jax dude
No.
whatsoever.
No.
But this combination of Nia and Lash Legend, I'm a huge fan. Like, I'm with it. The Bougie Bullies. I can't wait they need to win. They need to be tag champions. they need to push this as far as they can because I'm genuinely excited for this one. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think that's a testament to Last Legend because,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, a lot of people are over Nia Jax and have been for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
So to pair her with somebody and have the reaction that they're getting is fantastic because usually it's just boos for Nia Jax, which once again you want something, but you can tell people were just getting tired of it.
Yeah.
So this is great. Repackage, new deal, someone who can stand with her too. Because it's not like it's her and Alexa Bliss or something like that where she's the powerhouse. It's like, no, these two are both powerhouses, both big girls, strong, ready to roll, and will kick your ass.
Yeah.
So yeah,
While
no,
looking
solid.
good. And I am
Solid.
mad at it.
Solid, man. I'm not mad at it. And once again, another team to throw into the tag team turmoil that is the ladies division now. All over the place. Turmoil.
Yeah. So I'm a huge fan of that, right? Next thing on my list, angry Cody yells at Nick Aldis. Like, come on, man. Listen, as long as have this belt, you work for me. I was like, bro, who are you? But I always get mad at Cody when he acts off script, bro.
As soon as Cody's not the nice guy, you're just like, what is happening? like, I mean, it's giving him a bit of a spine, a bit of a backbone, showing that he's not scared to yell at the boss, and when he's really believes in something that that's supposed to be. So see what they're doing. I get why you don't care for it, but
like, excuse me, Codith, my bad.
Man, you gotta sell it. You gotta sell it. He's got to be mad because he's got a lot of anger built up inside. He's got to take out. So frustration.
Yeah. Man, yeah, well, okay. Well, I liked it, but I was just a little, like, whoa, calmate, man. But okay, you're right. All right, the next thing on my buenos list, and then we can move on to the no bueno, because there's more on the no bueno list. Bueno, Michin finally getting her lick back on Jade Cargill with a kendo stick. I was like, yo, good for you, Michin. Like, I'm tired of you getting beat up every other week, or your friends getting beat up, or, in like street fight, Philly match, all these things. And now you finally get your lick back. Good for you, girl. You deserve
it. Yeah, it's once again, a testament to using somebody else.
See.
Instead of, one of the regular people that they would bring, Becky or whatever. It's like, no, Michin. And now you said she got her lick back. So now you can kind of start something, because before it was just Jade rocking through everybody. Everyone's on notice. Now it's like, no, now you have someone, a full-on opponent, and someone who got to you. Because you've been claiming to be untouchable for the past couple of weeks since you won. So this is really, it's solid. It's good. Good booking. And once again, happy that it's Michin, because she's good. I like Michin.
I like it too, man.
So hopefully they pull something off with her. But yeah, no, I mean, obviously they're not going to give her the belt or anything.
Right.
But you get a good feud going with Jade, a couple good matches. She starts to step up.
See. Agreed, man. All right. No bueno list. Ready? And they all have a common theme. And it's no one cares. It's not because, and I'm going to go through them pretty quickly, right? The Damian Priest segment. No one cares. The match happened. The mixed tag happened. We thought this story was over. No, Zelina Vega comes out, talks some more crap. Alistair sneaks attacks him, puts him through a table, and then the fight continues in the back. But you know what? I don't care. You brought Rhea in for a special guest to, help boost SmackDown, but you're continuing the story for what? Where are we going with this? Like, going back to your point, a few backs when it comes to like making something feel big is like, yeah, how come we don't build this up to a Hell in a Cell or like a once and be all like Iron Man match, like, so we could be done with this? But other than that, dude, I'm just not invested in this story. No one cares. I don't care. Don't care.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't even really want to discuss it. I care that little about it. Like, it's they need help. They need help.
Right.
They need help on certain things. Some things were done really, really well, and other things are just really opposite side of that spectrum.
Exactly.
Case in point.
Exactly. And then continuing the no one cares about Julia. It sucks to say that out loud because she had so much promise. She was like the equivalent to like a Stephanie Vaquer. This is why the split happened. This is why one was supposed to be dominant in one brand and the other one had to be dominant in the other one. And it's not happening. But so much so that she had the U.S. title. She had 2 or 3 title defenses for mad days. And nobody cared about that. And now she's not even champion anymore. nobody cares, and it sucks. And I don't mean to say it like nobody cares about the people or the wrestlers, because we do care, right? The fact
Right.
that we're bringing it up is because we want to see them in more things. But I'm saying
Absolutely.
storyline wise and the way they're being utilized,
Mhm.
nobody cares, and it sucks.
Yeah, they're this is, I think, them trying to build Julia back up. I think this is the start of it. That's the only way I can see it. Because if you had to do filler, you could have done 20 other things.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking that's why. So the nobody cares, I think, is going to maybe turn into trying to get people to care, far as I can gather. But
yeah,
we'll see.
we'll see.
Because once again, you and I are both big Julia fans.
Yeah,
So yeah, I want her to be better, and I want her to get her tick and stuff. So yeah, hopefully this is the start of the push, because the thing is, you put the belt on her, and once again, it was kind of like the Dragunov thing where it happened quick.
mm,
No real storyline. No one really
yeah.
cared. There wasn't a lot behind that. So I think that might have been more about just pulling it off Zelina than doing anything else. But I think it was too early. And now hopefully they're going to try and build it properly and make it organic.
So, yeah, yeah. Good point. Good point. Um, and then the last one, right? And this is not like a bad no one cares either, but the MFTs versus the Wyatt Six. I wanted so much more from this. Like, but the reason why I say it falls into the category of no one cares is
Mhm.
because this should have been at War Games. This should have been bigger
Right.
than what they're trying to push in front of us now. And it was a great match, you know, and ended in chaos because there was interference and then they all started brawling. And it's fun to watch. But I was at the point where I was like, well, do I really care? Am I
Right.
really invested? Like, my thing is, if the MFT won already, then why at 6? Let it go. Like, move on. But I get it. They're the two big factions. They gotta, you know, even the height proportions, they all kind of match, right? So it's like
Yeah.
it makes sense. But I was like, too little, too late. I don't care. I'm not invested. Now, if you do something crazy like, you know, Elimination Chamber with them or Hell in a Cell, like, you know,
Mhm.
Tornado Chaos, whatever you want to call it, turmoil, right? Like,
Right.
then maybe make up something new, you know, like a Funhouse Hell in a Cell. I'd be cool with that. But other than that, no me importa, man. No me importa.
Yeah.
And it sucks. I don't care because everybody in these two groups are fantastic.
Yeah.
And I want more. I want more from these groups.
Mhm.
And we're
Yeah.
not getting it yet, you know?
Yeah. Well, once again, I think this falls along the Julia thing, because now they're talking about, coming for the belts and stuff like that. This could be done a lot better. I think the Wyatt Six has definitely lost the sheen that they had when they were first coming out and they had all the vignettes and everything. And then once they came out, you're like, okay, well now what can you do with it? You're still looking at wrestlers who were underutilized for a reason,
Right.
you know? And once you got past the whole, okay, we're here now and everything, we're kind of getting back to that. So once again, hopefully a refresher to try and get this. I agree with you. They need to have some kind of real funky good match and do it at a PLE, because once
Yeah.
again, doing it at SmackDown, you need it because you need the ratings on SmackDown. You have to pull your weight. So understandable why they do it, but something like this, I think you could do for a PLE, and it would only benefit because you'll get more eyes on SmackDown, I think. But file that under nobody asked me. Triple H did not call for my opinion. So
Fair enough. All right, now let's get to the good stuff, right? This
yeah,
past Monday Night Raw. And I even texted you at like 45 minutes in. I'm like,
yeah.
dude, this Raw is good. It's funny because as soon as I texted you that, Nikki Bella comes out. And I'm like, oh no.
You shot yourself in the foot, man.
Yeah.
Shot
Yeah.
yourself right in
So
the foot.
actually, let's start off with that. That's the only no me gusta, no bueno part of this episode was Nikki
Okay.
Bella's promo. I don't care. Why don't I care? Here's why, right? She looks like the bad girl, you know, no new music yet. I'm sure it's coming,
Right.
but like hearing her cut this promo and was just sounding like just a whiny girl. And I did not like that. You don't sound like a threat. You don't sound serious. It's like, I'm sorry. Like, I get, you know, she's a legend and a pioneer and she's one of the people that paved the waves. No one's taking that away from her. We love you and respect you for that.
Right.
But as far as this character goes, I don't care. No me importa. Stop being such a whiny person about this.
Right. I
Thoughts?
mean, I think, this is because she's been Nikki Bella and always been a face, generally been a face and stuff like that. This is their attempt to try and turn her heel. Now she's done it before, she has been, but I think this is the heart of her because now they're giving her the mic, and it's not just where I thought it was like, oh, she signed like a 4-month, 5-month contract. Like, no, apparently she's gonna be around for a while. So
Yeah.
this is them once again trying. I agree with you. She doesn't sound good trying to be tough. She has to find maybe a different cadence or something because, to your point, it just sounds like nails on a chalkboard when she's
Right.
trying to be on, like it's just kind of like, and I get it. And once again, not taking anything away from her. Yes, she did a lot for this women's division, her and her sister both, absolutely not taking away from her. Right now, you got to find a better way to use her. I don't know. I don't know how, but I agree with you. It's lackluster. Stinks for a
Mhm.
legend, but I mean, that's yeah, I don't know what you get. Yeah,
Sorry, not sorry, right?
yeah, pretty much.
All right. So let's go rewind back to the beginning of the episode, right?
Okay.
We're opening up with the show with the Austin Theory replay reveal, right? Really cool.
Mhm.
We relived that. But then you see the interaction between Austin Theory and Paul Heyman. And I loved every bit of this because, Paul's like, you guys go walk in, you guys are fine.
Mhm.
I'll handle this. And it's Austin Theory. And he's like, so what's up? What do you want? And Austin Theory is like, I got a little cocky. I got injured, whatnot. But then I saw the vision and you guys just take. And that's what I am now. I just take. And I was like, yeah, let's go, Austin Theory. You take, bro. That's what I'm talking about. I got excited because, again, we're seeing the new, right? We're seeing people that we always wanted to, have a shot or see, them follow through,
Mhm.
finally get a little bit of that opportunity. And then since we're in it, right, let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about how even at the main event, right, because it's set up for him and Bronson Reed to go against Punk and Rey Mysterio later on in the
Right.
evening, right?
Right.
Um, it was good to see Austin Theory in the ring. The guy
Right.
hasn't missed a step. The guy looks better than ever. He
Mhm.
still looks on point. And what a way to make the vision even more dominant. Now, here's the third piece of this, right? Because we might as well just knock it all out, right? But
Done.
then Paul Heyman and the whole idea with Austin Theory and then bringing him in, first of all, is it me or Paul Heyman got this HBO Max penguin thing going on, right? With the manipulation, right? Like this guy's walking around like Oswald Cobblepot,
I
trying
mean,
to work one gang against the other and this and that, and he's just like puppeting away, right? But what makes this cool is, like you said, this is the right guy to bring all these young talent in to make them and mold them into the future and make them be a name on their own. Because now leading to Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, right? Because I'm
right.
just gonna go, man, because I'm excited, right?
Go.
How awesome would it be if all these guys found their way to some sort of championship, whether it be the heavyweight, tag, IC, or US championship? The whole vision becomes fully dominant and successful because they're all the future. I would love to see a Braun Breaker destroy CM Punk. I would love a Logan Paul. Like, imagine Ray beats Dom for the IC, and then
Okay.
Paul beats Ray for the IC at Mania. Then he becomes a champion. Then you got, Austin Theory, going after the US champ, Carmelo Hayes. You get what I'm saying? Like, how awesome would it be if all of them ended up getting some type of championship or something that they could hold over somebody else and knock down all these legends or older people or whatever however you want to label them, right?
Right.
I get excited for things like that. So
Bet.
that's where
Mm,
my mind went through when this whole episode was happening. I was like,
mhm.
yes, feed me more Ryback.
Oh
You
Lord.
know, right?
Skip Sheffield. Yeah, no, because I mean, to your point, Heyman's the one to do it. I mean the whole setup with his promo to start, I was kind of annoyed with. Like, I didn't take my mask off because I wanted you to see what my moves meant. Because now and then I didn't care for the I take now. I'm like, you're a punk. No, no, I didn't
No.
care for. No, he said that, and I was like, all right, whatever. Let's get
I
let's see
loved it.
let's get to the next segment. like I said, I like Theory kind of like I want to see him progress and move and improve. So keeping the door open. But it just seemed sometimes when it's just too much, like when Nikki Bella came out, I'm bad, and they stripped off the black. And I'm just like, oh, like when it's just too blatant. Sometimes I don't need you to keep saying it, or say something as corny as "I take now."
I didn't think it was corny.
You
I thought it was
take
great.
what'd you take? You take nothing. You take nothing. You ran in on a match. What'd you take? You take shit. Get out
He
of here.
said, "I took an opportunity." That's what he said. I was like, "Yeah, man, making
No.
stuff happen for himself. Good for you. More
Right.
people should be like that."
What I did like was when Heyman was talking to Reed and Breaker, and he was like, "Where were you last year? Where were you last year? I got a vision
Yeah.
for this kid."
Puppet
That I
Master.
did like. Like I said, I like Heyman. I like Bronson Reed. I'm with Breaker and Theory. I'm still working. I'm not a Paul guy at all. So I see your excitement for this because it's like when Judgment Day had everything, and it's like they
Yeah.
run. You know, it's kind of like that.
Yes.
So yeah, I see it, and this is a group to do it because they're all fantastically talented.
Yeah.
So like you said, you could get like Breaker's the heavyweight, Logan's the IC, and then the tag goes to Bronson and Theory, something like that. Yeah, of course. Like I just, I'm not as amped as you are yet. Let's see how this plays out because I'm just still a little like, all right, let's see.
Yeah. Okay. All right, man. All right. I like it. I will take a step back and,
Oh no, don't take a step back, man. I'm just me, you and I just find different things in different ways. When he said I take now, I was just like,
yes. That's like, yes, Theory. Take.
why?
You go, man. You go, Glen Coco. You go.
H-Town down.
All right. So then the next thing, right? Now back to the rest of the episode, right? Great way to open up the night with the first match, which was Rhea versus Asuka. Again, we keep throwing these female talent in these matches because of all what's connecting all of them are the women's tag belts. So again, to your point, women's tag division building up. Love these matches, love these storylines because it's given them something where we're getting great matches and we don't even know where it's going yet. We don't know who's going to be the number one contenders, this or that. Probably would be a 5-way dance, and I'd be okay with it too. You know what I mean?
Do it all.
Do it all. Right,
Do it
right.
all.
But I thought that was great. I enjoyed the match a lot. And obviously Asuka gets the win due to Rhea being distracted because Io was told to stay back, but she came out, she got hurt. Rhea got distracted. Boom. Asuka gets the win. But thoughts on that?
Great heel work by Asuka. It did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
You sold the match because now you have the tag match coming up at the anniversary of Netflix.
Yeah.
You have the tag belts. So you sold Io's injury. You sold the fact that like Rhea loves her so much that she started covering her up and was like, "Don't come out," and like da 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 da. And it's like, okay, all right, like I get it, you're
each other
friends and
6
like
months ago.
right. But I like these two together. I like them both separately, but I like them together too. So this was good. Like I said, you're setting up for what happens at the anniversary, and then I don't know, maybe he's got to be an implosion somewhere with Rhea and Ao soon, but maybe after they get a little bit of a tag run, a championship run rather. But that was good. I always love seeing Rhea and Asuka. They're both fantastic in the ring. So you couldn't lose.
Yeah, exactly. Then the other thing on the Bueno list, Maxine and Becky Lynch segment. I thought it was really good. I didn't like it at first because I didn't like that Becky was like, mind you, I wanted to point this out. This is how good of a veteran she is, right? Like, skin in the game, etc. Right? Because there was one point where the crowd was booing and you saw how she turned it around and she was like, yeah, Maxine, they're talking about you.
Yeah,
They're
don't
talking
go
about
Maxine
you.
like that.
But
Yeah,
anyway, and I was like, look at that control. Good for you, Becky.
I mean,
because man, any of the new people, I think would have froze up at that moment. You know what I mean?
absolutely. I mean, that's a seasoned veteran.
Yeah.
That's why
solid.
she's Becky Lynch. That's why Sports Illustrated named her the best female wrestler of all time.
And that's them saying it, not
And
you.
she's not the only one saying it. She's not the only one saying it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a testament to who she is, her character development, and just her being in the game for so long, knowing when she can turn something on somebody else. Because yeah, most people get booed, they'd be like, "Shut up," or da da da. But she just kind of flipped it, and so they had to kind of stop booing.
Yeah.
So well done, Becky Lynch. Like I said, Maxine here a little bit, kind of in that Nikki Bella range of trying to sound tough. Maybe find a different cadence, maybe throw a little more bass in your voice or something. because I felt like she was trying to get like the crowd riled up, and I see where she wanted to do it. It just didn't take
Right.
a couple times, but
Right.
solid, solid once again because we want to see the push for her, and Becky's perfect for her because Becky is amazing, and to put her over, just great work.
Sí, exactamente. All right. Uso promo. Really good.
Hmm.
Really sad that Jay's back in the tag division. I get it. It makes sense. But I just it's one of those situations where that I guess the parallel for me is kind of like when a Latino talent gets the opportunity and then when it falls short or it doesn't live up to what they expected to, they
Yeah,
kind of fall back into like that mid-card range and
right.
then that opportunity never comes back again.
Mhm.
I like a Kofi
Like
Kingston,
a
like a
Kofi. I was about to say Kofi
right.
Kingston.
This feels like that, and I'm just like, "Oh, that sucks." Like, I don't think Jay will be, you know, a heavyweight champion anytime soon, and it kinda sucks.
Yeah. I mean, he was as over could be.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it worked. But once again, you have so much talent, you have to, and he was good and solid, but I don't, it just, he's not a top tier guy when you put him with the names like Punk, and Rollins, stuff like that. So he can get there. You saw it because he had the belt and people were on it. But I think this is still going to take a little more time. I agree with you. It stinks, but unfortunately, you have to keep him around. So putting him in the tag division, like the women, stacking up all the tags is kind of the only move you can do
yeah,
because you're not going to drop into like a mid card status right now for a belt. So putting him back with his brother, and also you kind of want to get Jimmy a little more hype.
yeah.
So putting him back with Jay and bringing them back together, I think is the move, just to keep them both on TV and keep them both prominent.
So, yeah, very solid point. Yeah. But speaking of talent, because so much talent, it looks like Javon Evans will be making, a decision, probably next week or by the first Monday Night Raw of January, because it appears that there's a conversation between him and Adam Pierce about his future, right? But
Yep,
his match against Peter Americano, right? Because that's Pete Dunne,
Pete
right?
Dunne. Yeah,
But
Butch Americano.
Butch Americano, there you go. Fantastic match. But I mean, you expect that from Javon and Pete Dunne, man.
And Pete Dunne, yeah, of course.
Fantastic.
They're both great. You have to, because that was the whole thing is, oh, his contract with NXT is coming up. Where is he going to go? He's the hottest free agent. Like,
Yeah,
Javon Evans is a beast. He's a stud.
yeah,
Wherever he goes, I just hope they utilize him correctly.
yeah,
Could use him on SmackDown, obviously, because I don't want to say you're lacking talent there, but I think you have more going
T-
on in Raw.
right.
So I think you can give Evans a little more of a clear push on SmackDown.
Yeah, yeah,
So we'll see. But I mean, if he's going to be on Raw, awesome. But because he's just fantastic either way, I'm just excited to see where he goes and can't wait to watch the matches. He's fantastic.
yeah, man. Agreed, man. Braun Breaker promo. I am inevitable. I thought it was great. I think a lot better from what we've seen in the last couple of weeks.
Right.
Obviously, this was like a filmed promo, but
Right.
still, based in his voice, kind of to your point, right? Based in his voice, but
Mhm.
looking at the camera, didn't slur of his words, didn't his voice didn't crack, none of that stuff, right?
Right.
Fantastic. I thought it was, but I liked it. I am inevitable because I agree that fed into the idea of what I was telling you earlier about this vision and what I want to see, going down towards Royal Rumble season and Mania season, because whether we like it or not, whether we want it or not, as long as he's in that company, he is inevitable. He
Yep.
will become champion at some point, and I'm down. I'm down with
Yeah.
it.
This was a very Thanos promo of I am inevitable. Like
See,
that, like, so, and it's the truth. He's gonna have the belt on him eventually, sooner probably rather than later.
yeah,
But I mean, it's the truth. Like he knows it. And that's the thing is when you know it and everybody knows it, you have to play it up. And you have to at this point now, just that's your thing. Like I'm the guy, like, great, push it and use it. He's getting much better on the mic. He's already great in the ring.
hmm
So this is gonna be the guy for years to come. I think to your point, the fact that it was a taped promo definitely helped because they were probably able to cut and
yeah,
stop things here and there, so they were able to give you the finest edition they can, which helps. So kudos to them. Well done.
yeah, man, yeah. Bailey versus Roxanne, very, very solid match.
Mhm.
I did write in my notes though. So Lyra is Bailey's handler, like so, and every time she needs her to, start getting crazy, she just slaps her in the face because it's like the third time we see this. But so this is where we're going with this.
I mean, Bailey had the multiple personality thing for a minute, so this is a good way to kind of keep playing. Because I'm like, well, what are you going to do with it? You had the vignettes and stuff, and then it got like nothing. So this is a good way to kind of get back to it. Yeah, I mean, this I don't know.
I guess we'll see, right?
It's almost like hypnosis. Like, oh, when I say the magic word, you will become tough. Like when I slap you in the face, you will become tough. Like, okay, all right,
Okay.
I get it. Like, I mean, what else are you gonna do? Because you can't be like she has her under hypnosis. So every time she says jelly roll, bang, this happens. Like, no. So the slap in the face, great. Okay, it's. I was worried Bailey's gonna get lost in the shuffle, so good for her.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. And then this is one of the things that I loved about this episode because it was planting the seeds of just what could happen right in the future.
Mhm,
And what I'm talking about is Gunther, you know, having that interaction with Punk,
mhm.
having that interaction with Ray, having that interaction with AJ Styles. It's almost like he's marking his next targets, the
Yep,
next careers to end.
yep.
And I'm like, yes,
No.
yes, yes, I want it. I want to see it. I want Gunther to destroy all of them, but like
Oh man.
that in a fun way,
Oh yeah. I mean, very legend killer, very, very 2000 something Randy Orton. Like
Yeah.
I just, the legend of this guy is dead. So yeah, I mean, once again, he's playing the role perfectly,
See?
and I think this is a good way of because you don't want to give him someone to beef with right away. You want to let him stir in this for a minute.
Right.
And then once to your point, once again, there's 3 or 4 people, got something to say. So who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? I think Punk is kind of tough because of the Braun Breaker match. Like I don't think you're going to give Braun Breaker the belt at the year-long Netflix, but maybe you do.
But you might.
So if you do, then Punk's got to go back for that. So that's kind of a weird one for me.
Mhm.
Ray and AJ, I understand because both of them are definitely going to be on their way out quite soon.
Yeah.
So that does make sense. But Punk that threw me off a little bit. But to your point, Gunther, just great, just killing it right now.
Killing it, literally. But those are all my notes for Monday Night Raw. Is there anything that I didn't touch on that you think we should,
Mm,
maybe circle back to? But I think we're good.
no, yeah, I think we covered everything. Well,
Yeah.
for the important and good stuff. I mean, it's Judgment Day things happening and
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. But once again, I don't want to say filler, but just
Filler.
not something that was like the highlight. So it's great.
Yeah.
Okay, solid.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
No complaints here. So just quick grades and then we go to our spiel. I would say 5.5, 7.5.
Yeah, I would go. Oh God, yeah, I would 5, 6, 7.
7. Okay.
5,
6,
6, 7.
7.
Oh God, Lord.
But no, but what was gonna tell you, but I did want to point this out before we conclude, right? Um, the last 2 episodes that we discussed that we got a 5 and a 6, right? Um, this was before it came out that AEW got promotion of the year with Sports Illustrated. So it makes me wonder after that news broke,
Uh-huh.
everybody was like, all right, you need to get your stuff together because clearly we are not the hottest thing on the block right now.
Which is
So how do we make
crazy.
Monday better? And I think this is why this past Monday Night Raw happened the way that it did because I legitimately was fully entertained. I was fully engaged. I, at the 49-minute mark, went to the bathroom because I didn't care about Nikki Bella's
Nikki
promo.
Bella.
But after that, I was excited. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
I mean, I not having seen AEW in quite some time, I mean, you and I have been talking about how WWE's been up and down, up and down. So I could see where if AEW's just hitting on most things, which whenever there is a PLE, you always come back with some positive stuff from it. So,
Yeah.
but I think definitely a wake up call to WWE. Absolutely. Like, and not just for Raw, like for SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like, because I think SmackDown is what's dragging it down right now as a product overall. Because Raws are generally solid. With, I mean, of course, the last Raw was right after the main PLE. So the Raws after PLE, besides storyline like Austin Theory, you're going to get a 40-minute match between the New Day and Dragon Styles, stuff like that. So that's understandable. But yeah, I think SmackDown has to step up, and this hopefully is the wake up call. I did not know AEW. Congratulations, good for you, AEW. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So just a little food for thought before we conclude. But now, actually, I keep saying conclude, but here's the part of the show that we take this opportunity to go ahead and thank all of our primos and primas, our listeners. We want to take this time to thank you for liking, for loving, for subscribing, for sharing, for posting, for reposting, for reaching out, for following on all the platforms that you could find at primosforlife.com. And Primo, what do they do when they get there?
You smash the subscribe, the like, whatever it is, the follow, the notifications, all of it. Please, please, please. This journey that we're on is fantastic, and it's always better when we know you're with us. We're seeing the increase in the numbers and the comments and everything. So please, please, let's keep it going. We got some big stuff coming up. We're coming into the new year. We have, already a possible trip for me planned to go, down to Florida, check out some local wrestling down there. It's going to be fun. So please, 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 talk to your friends, tell your friends, if they have just the littlest inkling of like for wrestling, just give it a shot, see what happens, please. And thank you. We truly, truly appreciate it. We love doing this and just want to continue to do so. And we do that with you. So please, please, please do what you can.
Exactly. Also, just to add a couple more things here, we do have an episode, a very, very special interview that we are excited to share with everybody. That's going to be coming out next week. And then we'll probably have one more episode for the year of 2025. And then season 2 gets locked and loaded and ready to roll for 2026. So we are super excited. Like Ariel said, so many things coming down the pipeline, so many things that we got to confirm and lock in. But you know what? We can't wait to do this because, like he says, it's the journey, and we're happy that all of you are with us, and we can't wait to continue and to show you everything that we're going to do, man. It's going to be crazy. I'm hyped. So,
it's going to be great.
Pero with that being said, como siempre, primo, you know what to do.
Once again, thank you everybody for listening, liking, subscribing, everything that you guys do. We truly, truly appreciate it. We love you and thank you wholeheartedly from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of Eddie's heart. Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, happy holidays to all. We will see you when we see you.
Yeah, we will see you when we see you. Take care, everybody.
Good night.